teach.
How many awards has she won?
Well, she ended up with two. One is,
Okay.
the champion of Dancing with the Stars season 2.
Uh-huh.
And she said, okay, I've tried it. I'm going to go back into competitive dancing again. Well, they won't let her go. So she did season 3 and won it again.
Wow. That Well, thank you for joining today. My name is Brad Verma. I'm here with a very special friend, Sherrie Burke.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about some fun and exciting things that are going to be coming up. But first, before we talk about all the fun stuff that's going to be coming up, I wanted to just get to know a little bit more about Sherrie. You have an exciting background and history with Dancing with the Stars and everything. So can you please share with a lot of the people that may not know about that, a little bit about your experience with this and how your daughters got involved.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm a registered nurse by background.
Yes.
Retired registered nurse. Ended up going into business because I, saw the need for more caregivers in this country. Coming from the Philippines, we grew up being given that responsibility to take care of our elderly.
Sure.
So that became something near and dear to my heart. So I became a registered nurse. When I came to America, I saw a lot more need for nurses, and so I thought, when I was pregnant with Cheryl, I thought, gosh, I'm going to be home for 6 months with my baby, which is great. And then I thought, but maybe I can do something.
Sure.
And that's when I started calling nurses everywhere and said, hey, do you guys want to replace me at UCSF? Because I used to work at UCSF.
Sure.
And basically that's how this, staffing idea came to be. So I started staffing nurses.
Wow.
And then growing up, my kids, I always exposed them to so many different activities. And Cheryl, who is my oldest, just gravitated toward dancing because she was very coordinated as a kid. She did tennis, she did soccer, she did horseback riding, did dancing, and in the end she just wanted to do 2 things, tennis and dancing.
Wow.
And then eventually dancing took a lot of her time, of course, after school. So got rid of tennis, but every once in a while she still plays tennis.
Yeah.
But this is something that we never thought would become a profession. It's just a hobby, right?
Sure.
And to let them have, fun with other kids, and they did.
Yeah.
Nicole started dancing too. They both went into competitive ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
Cheryl went on and trained professionally.
Wow.
Since she was 8, and then became a professional at 18.
Sure.
She trained in Europe and then competed worldwide.
Wow.
Nicole, meanwhile, did not like dancing as much, although she competed when she was little.
Yeah.
Went to Menlo School and got the bug on the art side, and
Got it.
ended up singing and joining, musicals. And
Nice.
so she ended up getting accepted at USC in Dramatic Arts, and she is now an actor. Her
Wow.
first movie is La La Land, but she was just, she had a small role at La La Land, but
Okay.
went on to do some television shows after that. And now she wants to become an actor-director. So now she's applying for her MFA in film directing.
That's
That's
awesome.
the background of my kids. And,
That's so cool. So tell us a little bit about Cheryl.
well,
and,
Cheryl was competing, like I said, and one year there was a World Cup competition. It was held in LA.
Yeah.
And after the competition, they won, Rising Star champion as a professional rising star with her partner. And after they won, somebody followed her to the dressing room. Lo and behold, it was ABC, who was in the audience,
Right.
who saw her win, and they recruited her to start a show. I mean, there was no show yet at the time.
Sure.
But she was not interested because she was more focused into becoming a U.S. champion.
Sure.
Well, they never took no for an answer, and so she said, I'm not interested, sorry, I'm going to New York tomorrow
Right.
because I have another competition. Well, she goes to New York, and guess who was in the audience again? They followed her. They won't
Really?
take no for an answer.
Okay.
And basically, it was not, I guess, easy for someone like her to just say no all the time, because they kept following her.
Wow.
And so she did, and she had no clue what the show was all about. She thought it was cheesy at first. She said, "Mom, this show's
That's
not
the
gonna
Dancing
last."
with the Stars
Yeah.
show. Wow.
So
Okay.
it was the very first season of second season of Dancing with the Stars. So the first season
Got
was
it.
only 4 couples. And then when she was hired, there were more couples. And she said, "Mom, this is so cheesy. This is not going to last." So help me, teach.
And how many awards has she won?
Well, she ended up with 2. One is,
Okay.
the champion of Dancing with the Stars season 2.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Okay, I've tried it. I'm going to go back into competitive dancing again." Well, they won't let her go. So she did season 3 and won it again.
Wow. That is
And then
amazing.
her life changed from there. I mean, for the better.
Sure.
All of a sudden, she was getting stopped for autographs, and her name became a household name.
Right.
Because it's a reality show, and it's 2 seasons a year.
Right.
So like every 4 months, right now there's Dancing with the Stars ongoing.
Wow.
So who would have known that at 35 she would still be there? She started when she was 22. So she's been blessed that way, and she's very happy that
That is so cool. I
what
mean,
she
that's
thought
such
was,
a.
what she thought was a hobby became a profession, and she's very, very thrilled that she's making a lot of people happy through entertainment and bringing people's hearts to the living room of most households that watch the show.
So, what would your advice be to somebody who has, the daughter or the son wanting to pursue in that direction of either singing or dancing? What advice would you give them?
I grew up in a country where, anything in the field of arts is like not a profession, but it's a hobby.
Right.
My mom and dad used to say, "Okay, it's great that you dance, but you got to go to college."
Right.
And I said, "Well, I never intended to not go to college." But in her case, I was pulling her away from it, trying to get her to go to the academic side, because I knew she was a good dancer, but I still had that mentality that dancing and singing are, hobbies and not a profession. And it's something that you do when you want to just have fun.
Right.
Well, she was very firm about the fact that, "Mom, but this is what I want to do. I want to be able to teach kids the way I was taught when I was a kid, and why I stayed out of trouble, because after school I always had something to do and to look forward to in terms of classes, and had another set of friends on that side. And then traveling to compete and all that really made me grow up sooner. Because I became more mature, because I traveled a lot and met a lot of people, and all of a sudden I have long-term friends still to this day. So I would definitely let them listen to what they feel they like and they're passionate about. And I've always said that in the end, follow your heart, and this is exactly what she did.
That
and
is
she
so cool.
went on and wrote a book about it. That Mom is wrong.
That is so cool. Wow. That is such an amazing story.
And Nicole, on the other side, of course, I learned my lesson from then. I didn't even want to get involved anymore. If she wants to be an actor, I mean, for me, it's like, are you sure there's stability in that job? It's the same concern I had with her. What if you break your leg? What if you... And Nicole was like, what if you can't sing because you have a sore throat?
Oh my God.
And in her, she mixed academics with arts, because, being trained in a place like USC is really, acting is considered
it's serious.
big deal.
Yeah, it
right?
is a big deal. Yeah.
I mean, just to get accepted at a place like that was not an easy feat, but
That's
you guys
awesome.
did.
Yeah. I went to USC, and I can tell you firsthand that they have the best programs. Doesn't matter which field
it
you're
was a
in.
small group. There were thousands of
They're
applicants.
Like top notch.
Yeah, and they only had 16. There were like a couple thousand applicants from all over. And she was one of the 16 that got accepted and graduated. Oh God, what is summa cum laude? Not summa, magna cum laude.
You must be such a proud mom.
It's like one of those okay, you just let them do what they like to do, and
That's so
hopefully
cool.
they're
I am
good.
so proud of you that you've raised such great
Well,
kids.
you have a daughter, so that's something to
Yeah,
keep
my
in
daughter
mind.
is also into singing and dancing, and she, one of her goals is to become a singer.
Oh, there you go. That
So
was
she-
Nicole.
Yeah,
That was
so she is
Nicole.
very passionate about it, and she's taking classes right now. She competed in a few
her.
things.
Oh,
So
good for
I'm
her.
going to take some advice from you later on.
That's what I would do. There's nothing wrong with if they want something. You as a parent
Mhm.
always should be there to kind of help develop it,
Sure.
and not let them put your values into it like I did at first.
Right.
Because that's how I was brought
Yeah,
up.
because we grew up in a different world, in a different
Exactly.
setting, right? And that may not apply.
Are you going to be a nurse? And I became a nurse, but I was so unhappy as a nurse. I didn't like what I was doing, but my dad wanted me to become a nurse.
Right.
So I turned it into, a venture. I didn't enjoy being in the hospital all day long because I felt like I wasn't using my brain as much. But then I thought, okay, I see an opportunity to help more people than just one patient.
Mhm.
And maybe if I went into the business side of it, where I
Sure.
can provide more nurses instead of just one body.
Right.
I went to every hospital and say, how many nurses do you need?
Sure.
Let me find the nurses for you.
Wow.
So then I multiplied myself 5, 10, 12, 15 times until, what,
That is so cool.
25 years later, I was acquired by a publicly traded company.
Wow.
So I was acquired by Kindred, which owns all the nursing homes in the United States.
Right.
They wanted to expand into home health
Got it.
and hospice, because I ended up
Sure.
expanding in home health and hospice,
Yeah.
in addition to nurse staffing.
Wow.
So all this white hair is
I don't
30
think-
years of being I guess, being
And-
very persistent in finding
Sure.
more nurses to help hospitals, because we're so short of nurses still in this country.
Right.
So I would recruit them everywhere.
That's amazing.
But
And I know you have something special that you're planning, and it's still in the
Yes.
incubation phases, and we're not going to talk too much because I know it's still in the
No.
planning stages. But
I wish I could.
right, but
actually
I think it's going to be maybe another segment that we can do about
Yeah, I hope
your
so.
startup.
I hope
and
so.
would
And I
love to
hope you
hear.
can help me
Yes.
bring in more people into it.
Absolutely, would love to.
Because
Would love to.
I'm on the different background. I'm on the business side,
Got
although
it.
I could dance, but I'm not a software developer or
Sure.
an
We would love to help you in that area.